Hey, what is up, everybody? My name is Jacob Gurley, and I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and this is my review. So this, of course, is the sequel to the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and you have all your favorite characters back for some more fun. You have Drax, Gamora, Star-Lord, Groot, this time as a baby, and Rocket Raccoon. You even get some more people that were in the last one, but they get more screen time in this one, like Nebula and Yondu, and a newcomer, Mantis. And actually, Star-Lord and Nebula were some of my favorite characters in this movie. I really liked what they did with Yondu especially. He was probably my favorite character behind Star-Lord in this movie. He has just a really nice arc, a really nice depth in this movie. And with Nebula's story, you get some cool details about the background of Thanos, which I think might play into the character development for future Avengers movies. This is a funny movie. In fact, you're going to be made very aware of it throughout the film. And that makes sense. The first one was a funny movie. Definitely more joke heavy than a lot of the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, even though it is already a pretty lighthearted universe. These movies definitely rely on jokes, and this one is no different. In fact, there are so many jokes in this movie. There were a couple scenes in there that seemed to be the only purpose that they were in there is to tell a joke. And I think that might have actually gotten in the way. So I think that's one of the contributing factors as to why this movie felt a little bit choppy at some points. It definitely wasn't bad, but there were points whenever I thought to myself, that it could have gone smoother. Luckily, most of the jokes really landed, which did help justify them being in the film. Another thing that I ended up liking less and less throughout the film were the gold people. They worked great in the beginning, but then they just kept sticking around. They became kind of a nuisance and a distraction. I thought I could have done with some less gold people, although at the end, they kind of tied it back around maybe a little bit. So it may have been justified, maybe not, I don't know. I thought we could have done with some less gold people. One thing that I really did like was the design of the film. The whole thing looks gorgeous, even whenever it looks gritty and gross. It looks really good. I know that doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it does. The action scenes look great, really cool. And then also one of the shots that you saw in the trailer with the gold people, that set and just the design of that shot is incredible. And that brings me to another point, kind of, although this is set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, these films are probably the most distant of any of them. You haven't really seen any of the other Marvel characters in the Guardians of the Galaxy films, and also just the design of the films is so different, and how things work is very different. So I'm very interested to see in how they connect the Guardians of the Galaxy series to the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe moving forward, since they are so different. I love Kurt Russell in this film. I thought he did a great job. I really liked watching him interact with Star-Lord. And overall, I think Kurt Russell was a great fit in this character, in this role, and in the cinematic universe. This movie is not as much of an ensemble movie as the first one was. Yes, all the characters are there. In fact, we've added a few more, but they aren't all there all the time. They're separated more in this movie. In the first one, they were all together pretty much most of the time. In this one, they're separate quite a bit of the time. There's some points whenever they come together, but it could have been more, especially being the Guardians of the Galaxy. They're a team. I would have liked to see more of them all together instead of separate. All that being said, I did really enjoy this film. I thought it was a good movie, even though I did not think it was, in my opinion, as good as the first one. It was still a fun time at the movies. So I think I'm gonna have to give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 10 out of 12 flying arrows. And that was my review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to show it with a thumbs up down below and leave a comment with what other movies you're excited for coming out this summer.